I'm a huge fan of apocalyptic storytelling, but naturally a good zombie title is at the top of my list. I just relate so much to these mindless, ever-hungry, ever-grumpy beings, especially before a warm cup of joe. But for every one of these deeply satisfying brain-eating contests, there's 20 other not-so-good zombie tales.
This is amazing. He knows what it is.
Stand your ground.
Okay, seriously, who the heck thought that this was a good idea? Why in the world did Capcom allow them to make so many of these monstrosities? What's next, killer birds?
I hate people. I hate people. Loathsome, inexplicable creatures, good for nothing, kickable creatures. I hate people.
Hey, Tony, you in here?
Before we dive in, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to stay tuned for all future videos, and with that, let's do this. Contagion VR Outbreak is an apocalyptic zombie title putting you face to face with the zombie outbreak as your city becomes overrun by the undead. Like many classic zombie titles, the game begins with you casually arriving to your apartment building with nothing out of the ordinary. But things begin to go sour quickly as your girlfriend calls in distress. The outbreak becomes evident as intense news broadcasts take over your living room, explosions occur outside your window, and the confines of your apartment seem to be less and less safe. You will need to collect a multitude of items within your environment in order to survive, like pills because you have a problem, wrenches and screwdrivers because you're secretly a plumber, and guitars because the road is long and you will have to walk hard. In all seriousness, the game has the necessities to survive the end of the world, but it's missing a few key elements to make it a truly great zombie title. When I think zombie horror title, I think hordes. Hordes and hordes of ravenous zombies biting at my heels as I run for the hills in a frantic attempt to escape. If I had to pick one major flaw for Contagion, it would be the lack of truly intimidating difficulty. Just to be clear, I said intimidating for a reason. 5 zombies at a time does not foot the bill here, and the truth is these zombies never seem to pose any true threat. There were a few moments where I struggled to take a few of them out, but it was really just because I was struggling to reload my weapon. Even then, it was simple to take out 2 or 3 of them at close range with a trusty wrench. This all made the fairly well done inventory system seem pretty much useless, as I always had enough guns and ammo and never needed to heal between checkpoints. It also made the looting system mundane, as item variety was limited and the ultimate purpose of those items seemed lost. The first chapter of Contagion offers a well-polished apocalyptic beginning, bringing the anxiety of the outbreak unraveling before you. It was really engaging and truly gives you some anxious feelings as you begin to discover the end that awaits you. Unfortunately, this doesn't last very long. You quickly realize that zombies are much easier to avoid and defeat in open areas, aesthetics in larger areas seem to have a little less tender love and care than your humble apartment did, and the story progression goes from interesting to unrealistically simple quite quickly. The third chapter did offer a bit of a change of pace, which by that point I was glad to see, but it's hard not to notice how entirely different this chapter feels to the rest of the game. It's as if chapter 3 was a proof of concept for a completely different title that never got released. At the end of the day, with all my complaints, Contagion VR Outbreak offers a fresh take on the zombie apocalypse that, if you're a Zed-head like me, you may get a kick out of. And I know the question on the top of everybody's mind is this better than Arizona Sunshine? And while I will say it's definitely different, offering a bit of a different perspective on the zombie outbreak, Arizona Sunshine stands tall in this debate.
And feather. Move outside your head. Now or never. Strong in every step. Give me a sign. Hitting the mark. Take to the sky.
Hey guys, thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please give the video a thumbs up, subscribe to stay tuned for more to come content, and leave me a comment with your thoughts, and I'll see you on the next one. Solo out.